Mercy? You did very well, Louise. But now, something more important. You girls were on duty when I conveyed Our Lady's word to you sisters earlier today. We received a report from Rome that gives us some cause for alarm. It affects every one of us. My lady.
The funeral?
A complete success.
And the next of kin?
There are none.
May they rest in peace. Carry on.
The report is sufficient for Our Lady to go to Italy personally to take charge. It appears we are in danger. A girl, one of us, has chosen to betray us. She has done that one unforgivable thing. She has fallen in love.
In the war against mankind to achieve our aim, a world of peace and beauty, ruled by women, we have but one weakness which must be rooted out and destroyed: love. Let justice be done. My judgment is death.
What I want to know is, when are we going to get a chance to take up the real thing?
That's what I mean. I think he's stalling us.
Speaking of the real thing, excuse me, Nick.
Oh, Mr. West, I believe.
Sir Anthony.
I hoped I'd see you. I'm told you're having a holiday, a vacation?
Yes, the CIA does give us an hour or two off now and then.
CIA?
Central Intelligence Agency, remember?
Of course, how stupid. Very interesting. Now, listen to me, West. A man I know is in a bit of difficulty. He's not a bad chap. He's the Sinonesian chief of security, and his secretary's had a bit of bad luck.
Oh?
Yes, it appears she's been murdered.
Well, that sounds like a run of bad luck, doesn't it?
Well, yes, it does. I quite agree with you. Well, the point is this, that anything that happens in Sinonesia at this moment is of some concern to HMG.
HMG?
Her Majesty's government.
Oh, yes.
Yes, oil, you see. They found, or think they found, a big new strike. And this fellow I'm telling you about, Medika, M-E-D-I-K-E, suppose it, he might easily grow into something pretty important. You know what those musical comedy governments are in that part of the world. Anyhow, we'd like to keep him happy.
Yes, but would I?
Oh, come, what's good for us is good for the West. I beg your pardon. Besides, American intelligence owes us a favor.
Uh-oh. So American intelligence owes you a favor?
Yes, and I'm afraid it's you, my boy.
Sir Anthony.
Mr. West. Thank you. Hello, Colonel. Hello.
Sir Anthony.
West, nice of you to be here. This is Colonel Medika.
Colonel
Mr.
Medika.
West.
How do you do, Mr. West?
Please.
Thank you.
What may I offer you gentlemen to drink?
I won't have one if you don't think me rude. I've got an appointment.
That's all right. Santa.
I think I will take cognac.
I'll go to cognac. Nothing here, and a vodka.
The Colonel and I don't want to be seen for obvious reasons, so we picked a nice quiet place.
Pardon?
We picked a nice quiet place.
Ah, yes, good.
Mr. West, no doubt you have read about the murder of my secretary. As security chief, I must accompany my president on his world tour, and she had agreed to come with us.
Well, the Italian police are very efficient, Colonel. Don't you think that they can handle this?
Yeah, but you two seem to be getting on very well together, so I think I'll leave you if you don't think... Excuse me. I want to slip a few things into tonight's DB.
Slip them into what?
Diplomatic bag.
Ah,
Look
yeah.
after the Colonel, won't you, and sign the check. Bye-bye, Colonel.
Bye-bye.
Great pleasure.
But he'd never leave. Now, please go on.
Thank you. Well, I am with President Boone's Goodwill Tour, and we are leaving Rome tomorrow. What I would like is to have someone to get to the bottom of the murder in my absence. I have a feeling that this is part of a plot to kill President Boone.
Well, I'll be happy to do whatever I can.
Hi, Nick. How's the action?
It looks great.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I live a nice, clean life and think clean thoughts.
Of course you do.
Why don't you try to follow my example? And you, too, can be a winner. See you later.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to try and get to bed early tonight.
Me, too.
Who's that?
His name's Tommy Carter.
And what does he do?
Ride, shoot, judo, ping pong, karate, just like everybody else. Why?
For a living?
Oh, no. His father left him $18 million. He doesn't need a living. Tell me a little bit more about the death of your secretary.
What I can tell you is surprisingly little. But I have made out a dossier of everything I think will be of help to you.
Ah, good. Shall we go?
Okay.
Little bread for the natives. I hope that cockroach doesn't get nipped. Can I give you a lift, Colonel? I'm parked right in there.
No thanks, Mr. West. I think I'd rather take a walk.
Okay, I'll see you in the morning.
Very well. Good night and thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It would be best not to perform the operation. I understand. Very well. I shall deliver my report to the Villa Padavani. Yes. Goodbye. Who are you? How did you get in here?
My name's Nick West, and I broke in. I didn't want to, but nobody came to answer the bell at the gate.
I must get it fixed. But what made it so imperative that you should get in?
You'd never guess, but I'm looking for a friend of mine.
This is a private hospital.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's a new guest here.
I'm sorry, but I must ask you to leave. I have an emergency. Perhaps if you leave me his name or your telephone number, I could let you know if he is a new patient here. You must excuse me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Mr. West!
Hey, wait a minute. Look, ladies, my Blue Cross is all paid up.
There's nothing wrong with you, Mr. West.
Huh?
Don't worry, she's the real thing.
Huh?
I mean, she is a real nurse, and this is a real hospital.
A token of my esteem.
For me?
For you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Where do you want me to put it?
Wherever there's room.
You ought to be grateful to Mr. Carter. He decided to follow you, luckily.
He's right. I lost you, so I drove around for about 40 minutes. Suddenly, I saw the ambulance pulling out of the driveway. So I decided to pay my respects.
Oh, you found me. Thank you.
Pleasure.
What about the Colonel?
Oh, the Colonel, he's dead, I'm afraid. He was obviously a marked man. He hadn't got a chance. They tailed him to the club, waited for him, the ambulance, you know.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry he's dead, but, Sir Anthony, I'd like to get on with my vacation.
My real interest, which I assure you is fully shared by your government, was not so much in the late Colonel as in his employer.
President Boone.
Quite so. Have you ever thought of working with him?
No. He's been thinking of looking for a nice girl and playing house. Why should he work for Boone?
Well, it's only fair to assume, since the Colonel's death, that a vacancy does exist.
Look, I'm not interested. I am on vacation.
A pity.
Wait a minute. It seems to me I remember that female doctor saying something about a villa.
Interesting. Mr. West, would you like to do us just one more favor, the last, and then you'll be free to enjoy your holiday?
Let me guess. You want me to go and check out the villa, right?
Ha, he's got it in one. Remember, your government are depending on you. Both of you.
Signal's coming in on station 3, low under the fence. The bottom wire's registering. Shall we take a look?
I'll go myself. You stay here.
Lead.
Physical presence of a man. I found it impossible to resist.
Well, be my guest.
We are met again, my children, on the most happy occasion, the initiation, with your approval, of a new sister. Our numbers are growing, as they will, as they must. Helga, come. You see one eminently fit to join our ranks. She is young, beautiful, healthy, and gifted. She has my approval. Does she have yours?
Yes, lady.
Congratulations, my child. Go. Soon our gathering will come to an end, and you will all return to your posts all over the world. Some of you will feel alone, terribly alone, but the others will have the benefit of knowing there is a sister close at hand, and you will all be sustained by the ideals that unite us. Those of you here today have been responsible for the almost complete success of phase 1 of our operations. You have become the mistresses, and the wives even, of 11 of the most influential men in the world. They control millions, and you control them. I say almost complete success because one man has proved the exception. He's not impervious to the charms of women, just the reverse, in fact. But this man will be taken care of in Hong Kong on the 25th.
My lady.
Erna, don't let me get away.
Hey, motor mouth.
Get up. Come on. Move.
My lady.
Who was the man?
It was the American and another.
Give me the gun.
My lady, I'll do anything.
We will think of something, my dear. Erna.
My lady. Oh, no!
That's funny. Well, I think it was a great idea that we stop and have a drink, but I think I'm ready for another one.
You had 2 already.
3, but who's counting?
You are.
You know, I think Sir Anthony knows more than he's telling us.
You're so right. Wonder why he hates us.
Hates us?
Yeah, it's not very friendly to send us out where people can bite us and shoot at us, is it?
Yeah, that's downright nasty.
Then make me one of those. I'm going to give him a call right now.
She is, of course, dead.
Unless she's a damn good actress.
Oh.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What on earth are you doing here?
What on earth are you two doing, hopping from one balcony to another?
You saw that, huh?
Oh, yes, I've had my eye on you for quite a time.
Were your ears burning a little while ago?
My ears are always burning. It's in the family.
I'll bet.
Tell me, you weren't trying to get out of that hotel without paying your bill, were you?
No, as a matter of fact, Sir Anthony, we found a girl in my bed.
Awkward.
Dead.
Pity.
We don't like it one bit.
I mean, can you think of any explanation for her being in your bed?
Well, we think that it's a frame-up.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
You gotta be kidding.
I hate to say this, but I think Rome's going to be a little bit dicey for you just at the moment.
Rome, most of Italy, and the rest of Europe at this rate.
Curious you should say that. I was thinking of making you an offer. How would you like a little holiday in the Orient?
Sir Anthony, what did you have in mind?
Well, this might interest you. 2 diplomatic passports, 2 air tickets to Hong Kong, a complete new wardrobe in 2 very elegant, expensive suitcases already on the plane. What do you say?
No.
No.
Mario, drive to the airport, would you please?
No!
No!
I should go the short way, Mario. I think I'll be able to convince you en route.
What do you mean me? It was that phony Englishman Baysbrook.
What is this, typhoon time in Hong Kong?
Probably. Where are those luggage tickets?
You got them.
I gave them to you on that plane.
I'll let you know later, Nick.
Welcome, Mr. West. Shall we sit down?
Oh, yeah, let's. At moments like this, I think it's customary to say,
Thank you. I'm glad you find it adequate. Mr. West, would you mind showing me your profile?
you brought me here for a screen test.
Your profile, please.
Yeah.
They were right. It's quite amazing. You'll do very nicely.
Yeah, well, what will I do very nicely?
First, I would remind you that you are a wanted man. That limits your ability to negotiate. The Italian police are convinced you killed a girl.
I'll buy that. So now tell me what you want.
You.
I thought your organization was,
Exclusively female. Quite. But we do use many, many men. But most of them don't realize it. At the moment, we need a man for a specific task.
And if I refuse?
In far too many ways.
Okay, lady. It's your ball game.
I thought you'd see it my way. Follow me, please. What we are about to see is unique. Historical, in fact.
Am I allowed to know what it is?
Let's keep it as a surprise.
What seems to be the problem with him?
He's a guinea pig.
Guinea pig?
We need him for experiments. We work very hard here for the advancement of science. Our science.
How did you brainwash him so he's not yelling his head off?
Oh, he feels no pain. As a matter of fact, he's rather happy.
Drugged? So he doesn't even speak?
When we caught him and brought him here, we cut out his tongue.
If I tell you you're sick, will the same thing happen to me?
I have other plans for you, Mr. West. And for those plans, I need your tongue, your voice, and your brain.
Well, there are a couple of other parts of me of which I'm inordinately fond.
They will remain intact as long as you obey orders.
Oh, good.
Ingrid? My lady? Bring me a Cubra mortis gun, loaded. It's amazing, my lady. Thank you, Ingrid.
What's that thing?
It's the same as the game wardens use in Africa to stun animals. Except that our ammunition is something different. Follow me, Mr. West.
Sumuru, it looks like you're taking laundry. No tiki no washi, huh?
Lady, the door.
My lady?
Another guinea pig?
His name is Andrews.
What are you doing to him?
You'll see.
Listen, whoever you are, get out of here. Get out of here while you can. She's mad! What's happening to him?
He's turning into a statue. We call it Cubra mortis.
He was right. You are mad. You're out of your mind.
It could be your double.
Please be seated, Mr.
Carter.
Mr. Carter.
Carter.
Now, what kind of information are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for the owner of a black hardtop Dodge. The license plate number is 2151.
Oh, Sumuru.
Sumuru?
Sumuru.
Can you tell me where she lives?
Out there. The colony consists of 236 islands out of Hong Kong itself. She owns one.
Well, I always say if you got to own anything, it might as well be an island. Well, Inspector, excuse me, I got to get going.
Welcome.
He is your assignment.
Boone? Why, he's president of Sino-Asia.
Boone's turnover in girls is tastelessly high, and he trusts none of them. I have literally hundreds of pictures of him like this. Or this. Or this.
Yeah, I'll take a dozen of each. What is the purpose of this stag reel?
To acquaint you with your new employer.
Oh, good, good. I'm sure there'll be fringe benefits. Let's see the next picture.
It isn't necessary. They all have a disgusting similarity.
Well, you're right. They are disgusting.
Now for your explanation.
Please.
A new member is scheduled to join President Bung's staff to fill a vacancy that has existed since the death of Colonel Medica.
Oh?
The man chosen as Medica's successor has been picked only after the most thorough search.
The one you turned into a statue.
But we can't disappoint the president, can we?
And I'm to take his place, is that it?
Your passports and documentation will be unimpeachable. And I'm sure with your own native resource, you will fill the post admirably.
What's all this leading up to, anyway? What do you want out of Boone?
You'll learn of that later. This is Helga. She will be accompanying you to Hong Kong. You were both staying in the Hong Kong Hilton. Erna? Your papers, Mr. Andrews. And you will also find a .38 caliber revolver in your briefcase.
I see. By the way, you're sure the president has never met this Andrews before?
Absolutely. The only person who can identify the man is Bung's ambassador in America. You will arrange a meeting between this girl and Bung as quickly as possible.
But...
As quickly as possible, I said. Erna, take them to the jetty.
Mr. Carter?
And you're a mind reader. Well, if you really are, tell me, is it all right for tonight? I mean, what I'm thinking.
I have some information for you.
Ooh, that's good. That's just what I've been looking for. Well, maybe you can answer this. What's going on?
I have the answer to this. Nick West.
Nick? You know where Nick is? I said you know where Nick is.
I know where he is.
You don't want me to break your pretty little arm, you better talk and quick.
We can't talk here. Follow me.
Help you? I don't understand.
Sumuru is holding Nick West prisoner. I'm frightened she'll kill me.
Now, don't get yourself upset.
She sent me to kill you. You must help me get to the police. Please.
Now, don't get yourself upset.
You must help me get to the police.
Yes, please. I'd like 5506997. What do you mean, bingo? I'd like to speak to President Boone's personal aide, please. I think the president is expecting me. My name is Andrews, Sidney Andrews. In about an hour? Good. No, thank you. Goodbye. Tell me something. What's a rotten little girl like you doing in a nice business like this anyway? Huh?
Why do you hate me? I'm just a girl like any other.
Any other what? Scorpion?
I'm doing what I believe in.
Oh, that reminds me. That's what I came over here for. To, do what I believe in. That's the first step. We found out that you're a human being. Now, let's see what else we can discover, huh? A little later on. I gotta grab a quick shower. Got some business to take care of. Keep it warm for me, huh? My name me, Andrews. President Boong is expecting me.
I have been advised. Your passport, please.
Here we are.
There is your pass. You go down there.
Thank you.
Follow me, please.
My friend, have a drink.
Oops, there go my Sundays.
Like some champagne? Well, my ambassador in Washington gave you the very highest recommendation. How was the flight?
Yeah, okay. When do you want me to start?
Oh, as soon as you can. You know, I've done 99% of this filthy goodwill tour without a security chief. Did you hear about Medica?
Yes, he got his in Rome, didn't he?
You know Rome? That's where I got it many times. Yes? Excuse me. Of course, get a taxi. What's the name again? Hang on a minute. I'll see you at 3. I mean, a meeting at 3:30. Thanks. Goodbye. Well, I'm trying to devise some sort of scheme for examining girls, men too, of course, before an interview. You know, all those clothes are, I mean, they can conceal the most dangerous.
That reminds me, I met a girl this afternoon.
Yes, of course you did.
A lovely, lovely girl. She's a great admirer of yours.
Of mine? Is she a student of political philosophy or economics?
No, no, no. She's just a sweet young girl with all the dreams and hopes and fears, desires of any vital, healthy creature trembling on the brink of womanhood. She is living here in the hotel.
Very lovely, you say?
Ravishing.
My dear friend, I've planned a small reception. Mr. West?
Yes.
I have a message for you.
Okay, Cinderella, here you go. A summons to the royal presence.
Oh, but they don't call him royal in here, do they?
No, they don't. You're just about to find out why.
Will you come along with me, please?
Well, what's new at the Dracula factory?
Did you arrange a meeting between Helga and Boone?
It's all done. They met. She goes back to see him tomorrow afternoon. He's actually looking forward to it.
Good. You will come to the island. My lady wishes to see you.
Now?
Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Mercer's Wharf.
What?
You'll do as you're instructed.
golly, another fine mess you've gotten us into.
Where have you been? You know I've been looking all over for you.
I can't explain that to you now. Where are you staying?
Staying? You mean hiding? How come everyone hates you and tries to kill me?
What are you talking about?
Well, I meet this nice, innocent type girl, family type girl, mention your name, and she tries to stick a knife in me.
Oh, that'll teach you to pick up strange women.
Very funny.
Listen, where are you staying? Now, don't be ashamed of being poor and having practically no money at all. Tell me.
I'm staying at the Bristol and Bakota Pension. It's a very highly recommended place. It's probably one of the nicest. Nick!
You're in wrong picture.
Oh, cut the jokes.
No. Too many fishing boats get lost in the water around Sumuru's island.
How's this sound? $50. 80? 100.
150.
120.
180.
200.
110.
Here you are.
You sent for me? Well, here we are, out of cigarettes. What seems to be your problem of the day, milady?
I've set up a world that exists without men, Nick.
Oh, good for you. What about those long, lonely winter nights?
It is a joke to you. But even for a woman as strong and as self-sufficient as I, there are lonely nights.
Running around turning men to stone is hardly conducive to romance, Sumuru. It tends to make a man nervous.
Does that inspire romance, Nick?
It's a darn sight better and faster than your Cooper Mortis gun.
I need a man, Nick. I need a man to take me, to force himself upon me.
Well, I'm a very polite guy. I never force myself on anyone.
I'm a woman, Nick.
Yes?
Look at me. Whatever else I am, I am a woman.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, now, I may very well hate myself for this in the morning, but, well, why not?
I have an appointment with the president.
Oh, yes? Your name, please?
Helga Martin.
Helga Martin. Here we are, Helga Martin. This is the pass. Go that way, please.
Thank you. a girl.
Hold it.
Well, hey, fellas, what's the matter? It's me.
Let him pass.
Well, what's happened?
President Boone has been killed.
What happened?
She killed Boone.
Did I hear my name?
President Boone?
The real one. The man you see over there was enough like me to fool anyone, particularly an assassin. Well, where will I find another? There are times when it's convenient to have a double.
Oh, yes, I know.
Oh, it's a terrible thing to happen. Terrible. This young lady, was she implicated in the plot?
Yes, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a pity. You brought her here.
Huh?
What have you in mind about her?
Oh, well, I'm going to take her to the police headquarters, of course, right away.
Yes, of course. Where are you going?
The police station.
And you're leaving me alone?
It won't be long. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. But in the meantime, ask yourself one question. How did that girl manage to join and serve with your own personal bodyguard, huh? I mean, with all of them living together, as soldiers do. You can't tell me that nobody else was in on the deal. Come on.
I'm getting out.
I'd wait until the elevator stopped if I were you.
No, I mean out of the organization.
Well, now, that's the first sensible thing you've said in a long time. If you really mean it, you ought to get out of this hotel, too. I know a place. I don't know how good it is. A buddy of mine's staying there, the Bristol and Pagoda Pension. His name's Tommy Carter. He's okay. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you.
So what are you going to do?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're leaving the organization, so what are you going to do now? Are you going to the police?
Well, I hadn't thought about that.
Well, sweetie, I suggest you start thinking about it right now, because after what's just happened, you've only got a couple of choices. You can go back to Sumuru and tell her that you killed the double and the girl got in there somehow. Or you can run away from the organization and spend the rest of your life trying to hide from them. Or you can go to the police and tell them. And I mean everything.
Oh, it isn't easy.
Isn't easy? Well, at least you're a free agent. You've got some choice. I spend 24 hours a day on a tightrope. On the one hand, I've got to try and keep Sumuru happy. On the other hand, I've got to try to keep her from achieving anything. A tightrope is going to split me right down the middle. I'm going to end up as crazy as she is.
Get up. You've ruined everything. But you will both pay dearly for this. Anna, are his clothes packed?
Yes, my lady.
Oh, dear, I hope you were careful with that blue suit. It creases so.
Then take care of his bill.
Yes, I wouldn't like to have an unpaid hotel bill on my conscience.
Keep joking, Mr. West. You will be finished with jokes before the night is out.
I hope so. I was beginning to run out of material anyway.
Take care of the bill.
Mr. Carter, please. Mr. Carter. Please.
Number 16.
Thank you. Please.
Oh, I remember you. You're the girl from Rome at the villa. Your organization has already tried to kill me.
Oh, but you've got to help me. I've been on the run half the night.
Look, I hate to do this, baby, but I think you better keep on running.
Oh, but Nick, I've got a message from Nick.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, now what about Nick?
Well, Nick told me you're his friend.
I know that. What about the message?
Well, is that gun necessary?
I think so. The last time I listened to a girl who claimed to have a message from Nick, she tried to stick a knife in me.
Oh, I haven't got any concealed weapons. Search it.
That doesn't prove anything.
Well, where else could I? Well...
Where are you going? I wonder if this is where I'm supposed to sing. No. Well, what'd you have in mind?
Well, to prove to you that I have no concealed weapons...
By golly, you're right.
privilege, O leader of the world, to be on the receiving end of your generosity.
I was saving it up until you were ready for it.
You think I am now, huh?
Oh, yes, like a ripe apple on a tree. The only thing is, how?
What do you mean, how?
The method. It could be something of Ingrid's. She has acids, electrical equipment, and all kinds of bacilli. Or there are ancient, traditional arts known in these parts that have been used for centuries with unfailing success to make a man suffer so that he aches for death.
Why don't you just keep talking and you'll save yourself a lot of trouble? You'll bore me to death. Oh!
Helga? Now, don't worry. You're with me.
Is it time?
I think we better get started.
Oh, I'm so worried.
Don't worry. I told you everything's going to be all right. Mind if I borrow your towel?
Okay.
The fisheries protection vessel is going to follow us in.
What's that?
Machine guns. They will give us cover, if necessary, during the actual landing.
Ah, well, now you're using your head, Inspector. Or your gun.
But it's not enough. Sumuru's got an army of trained and dedicated killers.
Do you mind if I join you?
Sir Anthony.
Good morning, Carter.
Morning.
Good morning. You in charge here, Inspector?
Yes.
These should introduce me, and there's my local security clearance as well. Thank you.
Sir Anthony, what are you doing here? Well, not that I'm not glad to see you.
Oh, it's nice to hear that, I'll tell you. Our much-maligned intelligence know, of course, of my interest in your escapade, so they issued me with a D-44, or whatever they call it, and here I am.
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen, while I examine these documents.
Yes, certainly, certainly. Got some news for you. You're doing fine. London's very pleased with you.
Well, sir, you know, it's been dreadfully awkward trying to keep up this terrible American accent, you know.
They tell me you do it very well. Have a word with you later in private.
Well, sir, this is certainly the highest authorization. Perhaps you would...
Oh, no, my dear Inspector, you carry on. I'm merely holding a watching brief. The FO are bound to want a full report. Foreign Office, you know. Shall we go? Really, how interesting. What she look like? What's here?
Mr. West. Before you are disposed of, I'm going to convince you of something. You think I'm all cruelty. You don't know the dreams I have of a beautiful and peaceful world. You see? I can be kind.
Honey, I had better than that in high school.
Oh! Cut him down and kill him.
What are we going to do?
You know your orders. Defend as long as possible. There's enough weapons in the armory for division.
Guns, yes, but no one to load them. We're not up to strength.
Do as you're told. Have you forgotten our cause?
No, my lady.
If all seems lost, make sure the files are destroyed.
West, I presume.
Who are you?
Tommy? Tommy!
Where's Sumuru? Have you seen her?
Look, Inspector Cruz, at these prices, who cares?
And if she's anywhere in there, she's had it.
I hope the fire doesn't reach the files. They should be required reading.
I hope it doesn't reach the magazine in the armory. Helga says there's enough explosive in there to make this volcano into an island.
Well, in that case, what are we being so damned heroic for? Let's get down to the jetty.
That would, I imagine, be the most prudent course.
Where are you going?
That's the end of Sumuru. No human being can survive that.
Yes, but Sir Anthony, whoever said she was human?